Hello, healers and health seekers. It's me, Chota, healing on the medical medium protocols for 22 months now. It's good to see you. Today, I am going to continue talking about a topic that was brought to my brain space by a comment somebody said on Instagram. So the comment was, oh, well, I know some people who have tried medical medium protocols and it didn't work out the way it did for you. And I thought, oh, I have so much to say about that, and I have so many thoughts about it that I am not going to be able to put them in a brief comment on social media. So I will put them in a long-winded video on YouTube. Hopefully it's not long-winded. I don't want to try to be long-winded. I know I get long-winded. Sorry. So to that I have to say, so your friends tried medical medium and it didn't work for them. I want to talk about that. I have no doubt that your friends tried medical medium and that it didn't work for them. I actually think, yeah, that's probably exactly what happened. They tried it. They tried a little bit and then whatever the results didn't fulfill their expectations, and then they stopped and walked away and went back to trying something else. Yeah, I get it. We are indoctrinated to believe that something working looks like an immediate response. So when we go to the doctor and get a pill, for example, to suppress our symptoms, our little Band-Aid pill, take this pill, it'll make these symptoms go away. The side effects are 20 other symptoms, but it'll make that one symptom go away, but maybe bring the same symptom on as a side effect. I'm not kidding. I've seen medications where side effects were listed as literally the symptom that they were meant to take away, and I'm like, how would you know the difference? Crazy. Anyway, so the thing about that, so we're taught that, take this pill and if your symptom goes away, then you're better. Well, no, you're not. The pill suppresses the symptom, but it doesn't heal you. It doesn't address the root cause of what's going on. It doesn't go into your body where the whatever is going on deep in your organs is, and root that out and target it and actually bring healing. It just suppresses a symptom. It's not the same thing. Healing takes time. I say this in almost every video that I do. I say it like a broken record because it's true. Why am I healing for 22 months? You know what? I'll be healing for the rest of my life. And you know why? Because we live on a toxic planet. There's always going to be viruses. There's always going to be, I hope this isn't true, but currently the trajectory and path at which we are going, there's always going to be viruses. There's always going to be pollution. There's always going to be toxins. There's always going to be stress. There's always going to be the possibility of an accident or some unforeseen circumstance happening that causes adrenals to go haywire, and your body will need healing. Now, healing can go to different levels. You can be healed to a point where you are completely functional in the world, able to have a career and kids and, do it all and be anywhere and not have symptoms. Yes, but you're still healing because you're still on a planet where stuff is coming at you, and the body is experiencing a constant assault all the time. It's just going to happen. So the information that Anthony William gives us, the information that the medical medium gives us, is all about keeping ourselves healthy in a toxic, crazy world, and healing ourselves from chronic illness to the point where we can be not just functional, but thriving in a toxic, crazy world. And I'm on board for that. I will tell you this, if you just give it a try, the way you would try some kind of, trendy diet. And that's the thing. Medical medium information is not some trendy diet. It's not something to do for just 30 days and then be done, or just try it for a couple months and then go, oh, didn't work, and then walk off. This is a lifestyle. This is your life. This is your health for your life. It's not, oh, I did this a little bit and oh, I gave it, I had a friend say that to me too. Oh, I tried it and it didn't work for me. So I know this person and I know what they did. And I was like, you didn't try it. You didn't do it at all. I'm like, this person drank some celery juice like once or twice, I think, and then like ate a couple of fruits and vegetables and then declared it a failure, and then just went back to however they ate before, constantly eating eggs and meat and high fat foods that are going to continue to clog their liver and cause them to have symptoms. And I was like, don't say you tried it, because you didn't. Because to do this is, to me, it's like, I am not by any means saying that to do the medical medium protocols that you have to take it all on at once and do it perfectly and whatever. I am saying healing takes time, and you can't give something even just a month or a couple of days or a week and say I've tried it and it didn't work. No, what happened is you tried it and you gave up. You didn't give it a chance to work because you didn't stick with it to see what would really happen. I say, if you want to declare, oh, this never worked for me, give it at least a couple years. And I know you're like, what? I'm not going to give something a couple years, whatever. But I'm telling you, healing takes time. And in that couple years, you will see all kinds of things happen. You will see symptoms disappear. If you are taking the foods that feed viruses out of your diet and you are eating the healing foods, even if you can't do any of the supplements, like, you're gonna see something happen, like, it's not gonna be just like everything's totally exactly the same, because why would people continue to do it if that was the case? And also the other thing about that is it's not like all these trendy diets that are out there. It's not just about the food. It's about the whole thing. You are healing your mind, body, soul, spirit, not just these physical symptoms, but like the root cause of them. And at the same time, all the stuff that comes with chronic illness. Because even if you didn't have PTSD before your chronic illness, oh, you have it because of your chronic illness. It happens. You get medical PTSD. You just get PTSD from all of the, every time I go out in public, I have some kind of a reaction. Could I end up in anaphylaxis? If I'm going to end up in the ER if I go out somewhere. I started to get crazy anxiety, like over the top. I could not answer my phone. I could not make a phone call. I couldn't answer texts from people unless I knew them really well and trusted them already. Like if someone, there was a time I still had anxiety in the first, I would say, year of healing, because I had like really bad anxiety, and I mean, it was like really severe. So even though it was healing and it was getting less, I still had it. And while we were traveling in the RV, like going down the coast, there were all these people that I knew or knew from online or whatever that I wanted to meet. And I couldn't do it. I could not see any of those people. I think I saw one person that I wanted to see, and it's only because she and I had been like best friends in high school. And she also has chronic illness and was going through it. So I felt like I could meet her because of that, but like nobody else. I wanted to so bad. There were people that I really wanted to see again, old friends from back in Missouri that, had since moved to California that I really wanted to connect with. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And another person who lived in Southern California who I had a friendship with online, and oh man, I really wanted to meet her. And I straight up told her, I'm like, my anxiety, I can't. And it broke my heart. It broke my heart because I was so paralyzed by my own anxiety that I couldn't have this experience of a lifetime seeing people that meant a lot to me because I was too paralyzed to do it. And that sucks. It sucks. It sucks because I mean, the good news is I was actually able to tell them. So I'll tell you, that was progress. Because to even say somebody, my anxiety is so bad that I am afraid to come and see you and afraid to see you in person. That was like a huge victory check for me, just to be able to tell them why I couldn't do it rather than to just freak out and not show up or something, you know? And even to be able to contact them, to tell them, because to contact them and be like, oh, we're in your area. Like, all of that stuff was a big victory check. But man, that was bad, having that kind of anxiety. And so chronic illness gave me that. I mean, I think I did have a level of anxiety before, like social anxiety, but in my 20s, I just got over it by drinking. Just like, what do they call that? Social lubricant, the alcohol or whatever. Yeah, that was me. That's why I drank when I was younger, when I started drinking and in my 20s. That's why. And everybody thought I was so confident. I'm like, it's the alcohol. I'm not confident. I'm terrified. But they didn't know. It's okay. So now I don't drink, and so I don't have social lubricant anymore. It's just me. But my anxiety has gotten so much better. I mean, so much better. Like, it's not gone. I still have it a little bit. I have it. It comes with like body image issues and things like that. I still have it a little bit. But it's, I mean, significantly better than it was. I can make a phone call. I can make contact with people. I can make plans with people. I can see them, you know, in person, and I don't go into a total panic and, you know, feel like I need to lock myself in a building or whatever. It's so much better, so much better. And again, it's just, these things take time. Healing takes time. So if you are someone who thinks, so I wonder, like that person who said to me, like, oh, I have friends who tried it and it didn't work for them. I'm just like, well, what does tried it mean? Did they do it for a couple weeks? And how much of it did they do? Like, what did they do of the protocols? Did they do the 28-day cleanse, or did they just drink some celery juice? Or like, what did they do? Like, what does tried it mean? Because I'll tell you something, that when somebody says, I tried it, that means a million different things. You never know. Like, did you get in the community? Did you talk to because it's not, like I said, it's not just about the food. It's the food, it's the supplements, it's the, meditations, and like really doing that to restore trust and restore faith in yourself and trust in yourself and compassion for yourself and things like that. Like, those are super important, and that is a super important part of the protocol. It's not just the food. And talking to the angels is also super important. And as weird as it might seem to some of us, like, it's weird, but it's eventually you get used to it, and it actually becomes very soothing and helpful, and you realize, oh my gosh, this is, holy crap. I mean, it's changing my whole spiritual perspective, which is kind of blowing my mind, and I don't know how to talk about it yet, so I haven't said much, but but it is. I just have to say that healing takes time. This isn't a fad diet. Like, the medical medium protocols, this is our lives, like, and you do see results. I definitely have friends who are healing slower, because we all have very different bodies, and we all have very different toxin loads and viral loads and circumstances in our lives. If you live in a super toxic environment or a super toxic house and you can't get away from certain things because you're dependent on certain people for, existence because you're so chronically ill, I mean, yeah, it's going to take longer. But it doesn't mean you're not healing. It doesn't mean you can't heal. It just means it takes longer. And then, you know, there are people who healed faster than me. There are people who, you know, went from like being, you know, non-functional to just like they can have full-time jobs and they can do all this stuff in the world. And I'm not there yet. I'm not to where I could have a full-time job. My energy levels actually aren't reliable enough and consistent enough every single day to be able to say, yes, I could commit to something like that. But also the circumstances in my life aren't such that I need to do that either. And I don't know how it would be if it was something that I had to do. So I just need to reiterate how different all of our bodies are, and how different all of our circumstances are, and how different all of the stresses in our lives are. And it doesn't mean that you can't heal. Anthony says, even if you're really low income, there are ways. It'll be slower, but there are ways. So I honestly think if someone says I gave it a try and it didn't work, unless they really did it for like 3 years or something like that, you know, and like saw no results, nothing. And then still I would say, did you consult with a medical medium practitioner? Did you get support from people in the community? What exactly were you doing? Because I always have noticed in this time that now I have immersed myself in all things medical medium and in that community, and I've learned a lot, and I am soaking in information every day and getting new information every day. Anthony gets new information every day, so he's always giving us new information. So it's not just like read the book and be done, and that's it. I mean, there's the SoundCloud shows, there's the Hay House radio shows, there's the blog posts, there's the book, he does Facebook lives, he does Instagram lives, there's always information coming in, always new stuff. So there's always things to tweak and learn and realize and get more of. And so I have been taking all this information in, and I've been learning all this, you know, all this, and immersing myself in it. And what I see a lot of what happens is, I think if people give up and they don't reach out and I think that's why it didn't work for them. It's not because it didn't work for them. It's because they didn't know what to do to adjust or tweak, or when they had a flare of their symptoms, they thought, oh, it's not working. Let me tell you something, honey. Baby child, chickie, my love bugs, my healers and health seekers, let me tell you something. Healing is not linear. And Anthony always tells us again and again, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. We will have flares. We will have detox symptoms. Sometimes the detox is intense. There will be flares of symptoms. This doesn't mean you're not healing. To me, I always see it like the layers of an onion. So you peel one layer of the onion, and there's another layer. There's another layer to be healed, and it keeps going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And as that stuff comes up and out, you can experience symptoms. It's like as it leaves your body, symptoms come. And that's okay. The thing that's the hard place is when you panic because you see the symptoms. Like, you can't panic, you can't freak out. And if you see a symptom reappear, or new symptoms, because that can happen too, because those viruses that are deep in the body, like shingles, likes to move around. So it's like, oh, you got me out of that spot. Well, now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to give you new stuff. And, because it takes a long time. It takes a while to get some of them. Depending on how long you have them and how deep they are in your organs, it's like it can take a while to root it out, But you can't be, you can, but like, please don't get discouraged, because what happens is you're still healing, and sometimes you might need to tweak something. Sometimes you might need to reach out to somebody who has more experience or knows more. Reach out to the community, go in the Facebook groups and ask a question. You'll get a bunch of different answers so that can help you sort of like deepen your understanding. Do one of Muniz's cleanses, the intuitive cleanse or detox mastery, because boy, does that help you deepen your understanding and really helps you get with detox and understand what it is. She's got a cleanse coming right up on the 14th. I'm in it. I have done her detox mastery. I did that cleanse, and I'm still going to do this intuitive cleanse because there's more information, always more information, you know? And also because what cinched it for me is that she's going to add this extra focus on compassion that I'm really passionate about right now. I've been listening to Anthony's SoundCloud show on compassion every day since he aired it, and I'm doing that for at least a month. That's my little self challenge that I want to do for myself because it's super important to me to deepen my own self compassion and therefore also my compassion to others. That's a truck backing up that you hear that beeping. So there's ways, you know. I think Reclaimers of Health also do cleanses. It's Primrose Cottage Wellness, Carolyn Kavanaugh, sometimes she does stuff. I don't know exactly what, but there's always practitioners who have things going on. I will put a link to the practitioners page down below because they have worked with Medical Medium. They are familiar with his protocols. They can help you deepen your understanding. I am not a practitioner. I am a person healing on the Medical Medium protocols. I've been doing it for 22 months. I may become a practitioner at some point, but I am not right now. And so this is all me and my information and as I understand it from Medical Medium because I just immerse myself in it, and it's a passion for me. It's a passion. I love healing, and I love knowing that people can heal and understanding what's at the root of my illnesses and my health and my family's health. I have always in my whole entire life loved connecting people with resources and sharing the information I have and trying to help other people with whatever. But healing, holy moly. Once I learned the truth about how to heal, and I really understood that it wasn't like exclusive to me or anything like that, and this really is information that can help anybody, literally anybody, heal. I just was like, I just want to share this. I want anything I can do to help. Like, I want to help as much as I can. So that's why maybe when I feel like I'm ready for it and I feel like I have reached a level in my healing where I can be more consistent, then I might take that on. But for now, right now, I'm making these videos, and that is my way of trying to share and spread the love and help people. There's always ways to tweak and troubleshoot, and if something just isn't working, there's always ways to figure out ways around it, and the practitioners are such a big help. And Muniza does the cleanses because she really wants to empower people. She has a wait list that's like a year out, and she's one human again. Like, she has all this information, but she's one person, and so that's why she does the cleanses, to help to really get more people empowered and understanding about detox and about flares and how this works, and how you can really intuitively guide yourself through this and do your own supplement dosing and sort of figure out like what supplements you need and all of that, all of it. Like, there is help, there are resources. And that's why so many of us in the community are like, if you have questions, reach out to us, because we're here to help through what we've learned. There's a lot of us now who have been healing for a couple of years almost, or beyond, or whatever, and people are becoming practitioners, and there's information just all over this community. So don't give up. Don't give up just because you hit a rough patch. Don't give up just because there's some symptoms coming back or getting worse or whatever. This is all part of the process. Every single part of it is part of the process. Don't give up. Reach out and say, I think this isn't working for me. What is going on? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not like you're broken or you're the one person this doesn't work for it. That's not, it's just that you need help. You just need help. You need more guidance. You need somebody to help you out. And you need to have compassion for yourself. You need to be patient and understand that, like, you can't force healing. You can't make it happen to your timeline. You can't give it a deadline and go, if I'm not healed by this 2 months from now, then this didn't work. That's not how healing works. It took me 40 years to get as sick as I got. I'm not gonna be like magically a freaking Olympic athlete in in like a year. This is not gonna happen. You gotta it takes time. It takes time. And hey man, everything I get back in my life is a huge victory check, and I celebrate that. And the other day I went to one of those shoe stores that just smells like off-gassing rubber that used to, I couldn't even think of walking through the door of one of those a year ago. I couldn't even consider it. I had to wear a bog mask to be in a parking lot of a place that had a shoe store like that. I'm not lying. I'm not exaggerating. I could no freaking way because it would knock me, it would take me out I couldn't even possibly. And I walked into that shoe store, no bog mask, nothing. And I'm like, whew, that is a strong chemical smell. Don't want to be hanging out in here for a long time. But I didn't get a headache. I didn't get a migraine. I didn't feel like I was going to pass out. I didn't get brain fog. We got the shoes. We paid. We got out. And I was cool. Like, holy what? Unheard of. So there are always things. There are always victory checks. You know, there's always there's progress being made. It's just, it just takes time. You just got to be patient. You got to understand that it is a process, and healing is a process. And I know it's hard to trust. I know it's hard to believe because you have been misled so many times before, and we have been down those roads with doctors, and we have been down those roads even with naturopaths, and we have tried this method and that way of eating and these supplements and those pills, and we've tried everything. I know, I get it. I know, I did too. I tried so many things. And I mean, oh my gosh, I get it. I know. It's hard to trust. How do I trust again? I have spent so much money. I have spent so much time. I have had my heart broken over and over and over and over again. I get it. I do, because that was me. I feel you. I get it. I got so much medical PTSD from doctors telling me that it was in my head and that I was nuts and that there's no possible way I could still be having symptoms of a concussion. Even though those same doctors had told me when I got the concussion that it's worse for women over 40. I'm not even just turned 40. They're like, it's worse for women over 40 who get concussions, especially if you've had a previous concussion. I had. And they're like, because, it can take longer to recover. You can develop post-concussion syndrome, which it did. And but then when I went back in with my post-concussion syndrome and said, I'm still having symptoms 5 months later after you told me that I wouldn't be, they were like, no, you're not. I swear, the one neurologist was like, no, you're not. You're just imagining it. You need psych. And I was like, what? No, I'm not. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I cannot tell you, every single chronically ill human that I have ever spoken to, met, heard of, anything, has the same kinds of stories. Everybody gets traumatized by the medical system. It is horrific. Horrific. And it's... And Anthony says it's not the doctor's fault because it's the system, and I get it. But, some doctors have a way better bedside manner than others. I'll tell you that. I had geneticists who laughed me out of their office for asking for certain tests. Literally laughed at me, and I was devastated. When you are in that fragile state and you are so vulnerable and you're going to people for help, to have them laugh in your face. And I have so many people who have told me the same story about different doctors, laughing at them, like actually laughing in their face when they came in and were like, I'm so sick. I have all these symptoms. Help me, I need help. And then you're desperate and you're in so much pain. And I mean, the trauma that it brings is just, Anyway, not going to keep talking about that, but just to say that, I get, I know how hard it is to trust. But if you're going to take a chance on something, this is the thing to take a chance on. That's what I say. That is my truth. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you. If you are here healing, if you are here questioning, if you are here for any whatever reason, thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate your existence. I'm serious. Thank you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this. You can ding the bell next to the subscribe if you want to get notifications when I post a video. I try to post 3 times a week. I succeed in posting at least once a week. And that's my What's Up Wednesdays. I feel like I have to do those, and I love doing them. This is actually very cathartic for me, having a YouTube channel. It's been like really, it's kind of cool, like talking it out. I'm an external processor, so for me this is like a great venue to talk things out. Stay curious, my lovelies, my healers and health seekers. Thank you. I love you so much. I wish you the greatest blessings for your continued healing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that you are. You are a light in this world. Have compassion for yourself. Know that you're healing. Know that you're doing your best. I'll see you next time. I love you. Bye-bye.